whether it's the shake that are promoted.
Okay, all right, did you have?
Nutrilow, self-feed, Atkins, Beachbody, Nutrisystem, Water.
Okay, anybody have any different ones from those?
Paleo diet.
Paleo, okay. Ketone.
And the other one that's on off of the paleo is the whole 30.
Whole 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Atkins diet.
Uh-huh.
And then cabbage soup.
Cabbage soup, yeah. Just like grapefruit.
There was a cookie diet.
No, that's right.
Cookie diet.
Or Jenny Craig.
Jenny Craig, okay. Nutrisystem, HMR, lots of different diet plans out there. So what would you say, what would be the main difference from those traditional diet plans and the DPP?
What would be the main difference between what we're talking about, these diets and the DPP?
Uh-huh.
Because DPP is a lifestyle.
Yes. Okay. So DPP is a lifestyle. And then what's the ultimate goal of DPP?
To prevent or stop.
To prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. So when we talk about the Prevent T2, or diabetes prevention, it focuses on the type 2 diabetes population. So we're not just taking sort of anybody off of the street. We really are going to be taking individuals who are at risk for type 2 diabetes, number one. And then the secondary health benefits from that. So hopefully not only are we preventing type 2 diabetes, hopefully lowering blood pressure, cholesterol, those types of things as well. Flexibility and sustainability. So one of the things that I talk to participants or patients about is the idea of, okay, well, that's really great. Can you sustain that? Can you sustain the shake diet for the rest of your life? Probably not. There are some plans out there that you can sustain, but even the ones, I think, with the microwave meals and like Nutrisystem or whatever, can you really do that for the rest of your life? I know some people are fairly successful at doing that, but it doesn't allow for a lot of flexibility, right? So you have to really prepare ahead of time and think about if you're traveling, how do I get this stuff? How do I take it with me? So with Prevent T2, there's some flexibility in it. So the participants are making their own choices. We're not giving them a strict meal plan that they have to follow in order to be successful. They can choose the different things that they want in terms of how they want to reach their goals, basically. So we're not necessarily prescribing them a diet. And then the sustainability factor. Again, it's the we're looking for lifestyle changes because we know those lifestyle changes are really what will impact this population of individuals and help to prevent diabetes down the road. So we don't want them to just say, okay, I need to lose 5 to 7%, and once they do that, once they hit that weight, okay, I'm done, I can go back. We want them to sustain that for the rest of their lives, really, because they'll want to prevent type 2 diabetes for the rest of their life. So diet is a 4-letter word in the DPP. So really think about it in terms of healthy eating instead. The other thing that we try to caution is the use of exercise or workout and using the term physical activity instead. So really getting them to think about moving their bodies and being more physically active, however that might look for them, versus I need you to join a gym or I need you to exercise X number of minutes per day. And then the other thing is that fat is a macronutrient, not an adjective. So a lot of people will come in and you want to try to encourage them to not really, let's let go of some of those labels that we put on ourselves and focus on the benefits of the program and the positive things. Okay, so review of definitions. We talked about obesity. Clinically, it's defined as a BMI greater than 30. What about overweight? What would overweight be?
24?
Yep, so 24 or higher. What is a calorie?
Measure of energy.
Measure of energy, okay. A person with diabetes?
A1C of 6.5.
A1C of 6.5 or greater. Also, fasting blood glucose of greater than 126. Random blood glucose greater than 200. So those are the kind of the clinical definitions. Person with prediabetes.
5.7 to 6.4.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then along with that, the fasting blood glucose of 100 to 125, and then random blood glucose of 140 to 199. As far as physical activity, low, moderate, and vigorous. What do you think those terms mean in the sense of
We might use the concept of, just the rapid breathing test. So if a person is able to carry on a conversation while they're in activity, we say that's really low or moderate. If it's vigorous, one can only get out a couple of words at a time because you're breathing hard.
Okay.
It's an easy way to, to assess how hard you're working, how much.
Okay, so using the breathing test
Right.
to determine the level of physical activity.
Mm-hmm.
What would be an example of a low intensity physical activity? Walking. Okay. How about moderate? Running. And vigorous?
I would caution you to think about the individual. Because if somebody's severely deconditioned, or a nurse is the person's been in bed for a long time, walking could be moderate exercise. But when they're so deconditioned, heart rate goes up to 130. That's moderate exercise. That's not low. So you could say, well, it depends on the condition of the individual to really assess it properly.
I think that's a really good point because you will have a variety of different activity levels in your group. You may have someone that's already started doing physical activity. Maybe they're already doing 150 minutes of physical activity per week. And you may have someone that, gosh, just to get out of the car and get into your facility has exhausted them. So I think that's a really good point. You are going to have that variance in your group and how to address that so that each of them can really achieve their goals. All right, diet. So what would be the definition of a diet? Kind of talked about that a little bit.
4-letter word.
A 4-letter word. Okay, what do we want to use instead?
Healthy eating.
Healthy eating. Okay, and then a facilitator. What's a facilitator?
Person that's leading the session.
Leading the session. Okay. We'll do another activity where we can really get into what that means to be a lifestyle coach. It's self-management. A lot of you are involved in diabetes self-management programs. So what does self-management mean?
And being able to use the tools that they learn and apply it to their life.
Okay, so an individual being able to use the tools that they learn and apply it in their everyday life. So really it's kind of up to them to do that management. Right? So the National Diabetes Prevention Program versus weight loss or other wellness programs really kind of talks about that and the idea of sustainability and flexibility and then the overall goal of preventing type 2 diabetes. Any other definitions that you think we need moving forward? We did lots of other ones related to the DPRP and CDC standards and things. But anything else that comes to mind so far?
Maybe coach.
Coach, okay.
The idea of you have a significant other that can help you.
Okay. All right. We're actually going to do an activity on coaching in a moment. Okay. So as far as who will participate, we talked about this a little bit earlier when we were answering questions. So we're really looking at the focus being overweight adults, so 18 years or older, and have a BMI of 24 or greater or 22 or greater in the Asian population, and one of the other criteria. So when I talked about these are kind of the hard, fast ones that you have to have,